Dante 562 again, y'all. Recently we've been really getting some good ass matches. A lot of good fights are coming up in the future, and this fight is another fight that will not disappoint. I can guarantee you that. Andre Berto versus the Ghost Guerrero is going to be an excellent matchup. I can't wait to watch it. A complete action-packed fight. Both fighters get hit. Both fighters throw punches. Both fighters are always trying to win, to get a knockout. You know, what it basically will come down to in this fight is attributes versus will. As far as I'm concerned, Andre Berto, he beats Ghost Guerrero when it comes to attributes. When you think of who has the speed, it's Berto. Who has the natural power, it's Berto. Who has the natural rhythm and athleticism, it's Andre Berto. I mean, if you look at Ghost Guerrero, especially as a welterweight, you look at him in his last fight, he looks slow, lethargic, easy to hit. I mean, Ghost Guerrero was fighting against a guy who just wings punches. When you fighting against someone who just wings telegraph punches, it's like a person walking up to you saying, like you rehearsing a goddamn movie or something. Like, okay, here I come. I'm about to come with this big ass left hook. Here it comes. And when you get hit with that same punch over and over again, you have a serious lack of defense. The question is, can Ghost Guerrero's willpower make up for his lack of defense and lack of attributes? Because when it comes to Andre Berto, even though Andre Berto has all of these attributes, Andre Berto, he has flaws as well. What I notice with Andre Berto is a lot of times he tries too hard to knock people out with every single punch that he throws. And then by the 6th, 7th, 8th round, he's already winded and he's slowing down. That's what happened in the Collazo fight. That's what happened in his last couple of fights. He's explosive, but it seems to me sometimes he doesn't really know how to relax, and he exerts too much of his energy. So can Ghost Guerrero capitalize off of that is the question. It remains to be seen, but this is definitely a matchup. Ghost Guerrero been calling out everybody from Broner to Floyd Mayweather. This is his opportunity to show that he belongs in the welterweight division. This is his opportunity to make heads look up and say, now that's a worthy welterweight. That's a worthy contender to fight in one of the biggest fights, in the sport. Or fight one of the biggest fighters in the sport, right? He would have to get past Andre Berto. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this is what I honestly predict. If Ghost Guerrero is to beat Andre Berto, I am almost sure that this will be Floyd Mayweather's comeback opponent. It's just like Berto versus Ortiz, the first one, all over again. Realistically, Floyd Mayweather, he does not prefer to fight a guy who has a style that is similar to his. I truly believe Floyd Mayweather, he wants to fight the guy, the prideful, aggressive guy who keeps coming forward and fighting, like I said, with all heart and no brains. You feel me? Now, don't get me wrong. Floyd Mayweather has showed that he can beat these fighters, though, because he has fought fighters like Sean B. Mitchell, DeMarcus, Chop Chop, Corley, Zab Judah, and Shane Mosley, who a lot of people before that fight, before Floyd Mayweather took the fight, was saying that Floyd was ducking Shane Mosley, and why don't you fight Shane Mosley? And you had Jim Lampley always saying, when is he gonna fight Shane Mosley? Shane Mosley's got the same kind of speed, the same kind of style, and all of this. And of course, soon as Shane Mosley lost to Floyd Mayweather, then Jim Lampley wanted to say it was because of age. Oh, that's like I said, whole nother story. Like I said, he's fought in these, he's fought these fighters before. But I truly believe if it's up to him, he prefers to fight the more aggressive style. Why? Because like I said, they are much easier to beat. I mean, why do you guys think that Floyd Mayweather, he's more willing to fight Manny Pacquiao than he is willing to fight Tim Bradley? I mean, if it was the other way around, Tim Bradley would have been Floyd Mayweather's comeback opponent. And this suits Floyd Mayweather very well. Why? Because the average fan, the average boxing fan, and that's the majority, unfortunately, the majority of boxing fans are casual fans. And they are dumb enough to believe that a person with power, a person who is aggressive, a volume puncher, like one of the messages I got sent to me the other day, some dude sending me a message talking about Floyd Mayweather. He never fought a guy with a granite chin and those, volumes of punches with power, like a Margarito or something like that. And I had to explain and educate this kid that, Floyd Mayweather fought Diego Corrales, who was a granite chin, who was a bigger fighter, who was a much more powerful puncher than Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather knocked him out. Diego Corrales had a granite chin. He had never been knocked down. He had never been hurt. Matter of fact, one of his biggest attributes was his chin, just like Margarito's biggest attribute was his chin. Okay? So the point I'm making is the majority of fans, they think this way. So no one is really going to question Floyd Mayweather when he's talking about fighting someone like Manny Pacquiao. Lack of defense. Victor Ortiz, strong, 10 years younger, 17 pounds bigger, but what? But he lacks the defense. He lacks the intelligence that Floyd Mayweather has. But when Ortiz was in the ring, you seen Jim Lampley saying, wow, this Victor Ortiz, he's really in the fight. He is really, giving, look at him, he's smiling. He is really giving Floyd Mayweather a fight. Of course, as soon as Floyd Mayweather beats him, he goes on fight on his TV show and he talks about, all Floyd Mayweather does is fight inexperienced opponents. A whole nother story. I know I'm going off into other stuff. But like I said, the average fan is a dumb, casual fan who thinks like Jim Lampley, who thinks like Larry Merchant, who thinks like the guy who I just told you sent me messages. So the average person is not going to really trip that Floyd Mayweather is fighting these aggressive, powerful fighters. You notice not too many people are really, really pressing Floyd to fight Tim Bradley because, of the controversy that happened. But I'm telling you right now, like I said, I think that Tim Bradley will give Floyd Mayweather one of his most difficult fights. Styles make fights. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, if somebody beats Floyd Mayweather, it's going to be somebody intelligent. It's going to be somebody intelligent with effective aggressiveness, with effective aggression, and effective defense. All right? The bottom line is Floyd Mayweather, I truly believe, he would pick Ghost Guerrero as his comeback opponent if Ghost Guerrero were to beat Andre Berto, which is not going to be easy. Because like I said, he's going to have to beat Andre Berto Rocky style. He's going to have to beat him Rocky style. Like I said, as far as I'm concerned, I think Victor Ortiz was a bigger threat of beating Berto in a rematch than Ghost Guerrero. Ghost Guerrero has a good chance because of some of the flaws that Andre Berto has. But I just believe that if you compare Ghost Guerrero to like Victor Ortiz, even though Victor Ortiz lacks heart, or he lacks in the heart department, obviously. But one thing about Victor Ortiz compared to Ghost Guerrero is Ortiz, he had natural power, okay? And he had natural speed. And he has quick cat-like reflexes when he attacks compared to Ghost Guerrero. Like I said, Ghost Guerrero is more of an attrition fighter. He He doesn't really do anything spectacular, but he's aggressive. He's right in your face. He throws the proper jab, the proper right hand, the proper hooks. But at the same time, like I said, he's slow and easy to hit. And that's almost an appetite for disaster against Andre Berto. Not to mention, Guerrero, he looked terrible struggling against an old faded Casamayor. The Tim Bradley, he ran through like easy, like it was a complete tomato can. And like I said, this was the same old faded Casamayor. So, the more I'm talking, the more I'm thinking about the situation. So, yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards Andre Berto. If you struggled against an old Casamayor, I don't really see how you gonna survive Andre Berto, unless Andre Berto, damn near gets tired of whooping Guerrero's ass and, like I said, falls into fatigue mode and gets knocked out. But it's most likely gonna be Berto winning this fight, very decisive. By the way, 78 Fight News, he did a real good video with Vids, and he was basically saying there's been rumors that Floyd Mayweather, he actually may be fighting Canelo Alvarez in May, largely because we all know that Floyd Mayweather always fights in May, and that's when Canelo Alvarez is already scheduled to fight. Me personally, I don't know if that's going to happen. It's really hard for me to believe that Floyd Mayweather will come fresh out of jail and take months and months and months off, and come right in fighting somebody as tough and naturally as big and talented as Canelo Alvarez. For those of you who follow my channels, I've given Canelo hell for all the ducking and dodging that he's been doing. But at the same time, I've also told you guys that he is extremely talented and is, easily possibly one of the future pound for pound best fighters in the world. And and the thing is, yeah, like I said, once again, it's hard for me to believe Floyd Mayweather would take on an opponent that has that type of size advantage, that has that type of skill. Because Canelo Alvarez, if you guys have noticed, Canelo Alvarez, he tries to even emulate Floyd Mayweather's style at times. Canelo has more of an American style of boxing, and that's what makes him difficult. Canelo is fighting with his brains. He's not fighting like a typical Mexican fighter or a typical traditional back in the day Margarito style Mexican fighter. He is a smart fighter, and on top of that, he is much naturally bigger than Floyd Mayweather. I've already told you guys, I'm not even sure if that fight ever happens, let alone if it happens right, out of a small little temporary layoff for Floyd Mayweather. I hope I'm wrong. I would love to see the fight, but that's what I think. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm on to the next one.